Hey game makers! Welcome back, finally, to Gaia's Melody Echoed Memories devlog number, I don't know which number this is. I've also restarted this video about 4 times because I just ramble and it sounds terrible. So, I'm not going to be talking about MZ at all in this. It'll get its own thing when that's a thing. And this video is going to be probably short. I've only got so much time to record today. Tiny Human's getting her shots and I didn't have to take her, so I get to do stuff, woo! So as far as progress goes, so far, we've done 4 chapters since the last 5 months, which is great because I'm so happy to actually get things done again. Seriously, not being able to work on this was driving me insane. Like, seriously, I'm mental. Anyway, so I guess we'll go sequentially down the list and kind of talk about what I've been working on. So we finished Altina, that chapter. Rainy Village, it's all fun and done and over with. I didn't really have to do too much for this chapter. I already had the graphics for important character who's in this section. Yeah, sure. So these are all the XP maps just because it was easier to throw them in, you know? Let's just walk around, because why not? I don't know if this will play music. I might have to pause it. Oh well. I also changed the loading screen because I got bored of seeing the one that was already there. So yeah, these are just the XP maps. They were just easier for lining things up. That's all. And I think that is playing, so let's mute it. Well, crap. I know what I'm doing. I can use computers. My brain isn't totally fried. I promise. Okay, so yeah, the alternate chapter was done, and I had already had the graphics made for, not this area, but for the important character of this area. Spoilers, I don't want to go into it, but it was nice because I didn't have to do very much, in terms of that. It was all done. That's just wonderful. See, I knew this was gonna happen, so I had to preempt a lot of things, a lot of the difficult stuff, so I could just work on the easy stuff when I was completely overtired and brain dead. So that's about that. That's just a really short chapter too, so it wasn't really much. The next one was the Tower of Answers chapter. Same basic thing. I pretty much had most of anything I needed in this done except for the maps, so it was just a matter of writing the cutscenes and putting in the maps. I did add in something. Okay, so a fun thing that I do in this game is like shipping characters together. That's kind of part of its main focus, also just because it's a thing that I like to do. I'm in the middle of eventing. I apparently just forgot completely about it. So what I ended up doing, there's a certain pair of characters in this game that don't really get much screen time, they don't really get much focus together. They aren't really canonically a pairing. I mean, they are, but they don't exactly end up together, but I don't know, it's a thing. So I thought I'd give them a little more, love and actually make them a little animated cutscene, because I've got, like, I've got, how many does I got? I got, like, I thought it was 10. Oh, because 10's up at the top, yeah, okay. 10 animated cutscenes, ugh. Spoilers, Kachi dies. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I decided that they would have a cutscene too, because that's fun. It's not like super in-depth or anything, it's just, you know, because I wanted to. It was one that I wanted to add in initially, but like back in the original AE game, but it just didn't happen because that's a lot of work and I wasn't really feeling it at the time. But this time I was like, yeah, no, let's procrastinate on mapping. I mean, do animated cutscenes. That sounds fun. So that's really the highlight of the Tower of Answers chapter. I changed a little bit of dialogue, but that's neither really here nor there. I change small bits of it as I go, pretty much. I did come up with a great idea, though. It took me this long to realize that a certain character in the game wearing a red headband just likes to show up and magic them out of situations all the time, so I think I'm gonna give her a skill called Annika Ex Machina, just because why not? I think that'd be fun. I was also thinking of doing something with attacks. Now, I haven't programmed this in, and I'm not exactly sure how I would do it, but having a stack sort of attack thing. Basically, if 4 of your characters hit the same monster, then they do a sort of group attack on the monster that would do extra damage, as opposed to you waiting through 4 characters just attacking in sequence. I don't know if I'll do that. I'm not exactly sure the best way how, but I was looking at my dual tech thing and I'm like, I could probably maneuver this into working that way. So I just thought that might be fun. Let's see. I think that's the end of the Tower of Answers stuff. They're both very short chapters. It's pretty much, here's your party, go through the dungeon and get the plot. That's pretty much it. Let's see what else was. The next chapter? Oh yeah. So this one, Heroes and Cowards, was not a short chapter. It was one of the longest chapters. Perhaps the second longest chapter? I think maybe, yeah, it took forever. Because it's not just, you know, one area. It's like multiple areas. You get this whole new town and castle and so much mapping. So much mapping. So that was not fun. This area is huge, okay. So Terrain or Tyranny, I don't want to go too much into it, spoilers, but this town's called Terrain. Originally, I had to pronounce this Tyranny, and then my brother is like, hey, I'm gonna pronounce it this one. I'm like, you know, I like that better. I don't know, I was going with Tyranny because it sounds like tyranny, you know, and one of the characters here is named Ruin, which sounds like ruin. I just thought it was a thing, and, you know, now I'm not even using that. So that's fun. But yeah, this is one of the longer chapters, and I want to mention one thing that I was thinking of doing. I'm probably not going to do it, but I thought it might be fun. So, you can, after you do the stuff in the area and get the cutscenes and whatever, you can actually go through here and get some optional cutscenes that are totally not Hot Springs cutscenes or anything like that, definitely. So, you get, I think, 4 in total, and I was thinking it might be fun to add an extra unlockable one, or a New Game Plus one, or something? I don't know. But, just an extra one with sort of, let's say, the leftover characters, because I think that'd be hilarious. Just something comedic and amusing and not serious at all, unlike the other ones, which are a bit more so. Just maybe. I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun. Just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really just trying to get through all of this in a very short amount of time, and I understand that I'm rambling, and I do apologize for that. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm trying to keep my brain working. Oh, so these chapters are done, but I haven't included the battle backgrounds yet, or the monsters. Well, the monsters are programmed in, but they aren't statted or anything. I'm thinking I'm going to just take a big chunk of time the next time Tiny Spawn goes to her grandma's or something, and work on that kind of in succession, so I can just get it all done, all out of the way, and maybe future-proof it, so I can just finish it and add it in then. Oh, so one thing that's not really in the chapters at all, since we're pretty much caught up, the Dokkan chapter is just the Dokkan chapter. I mean, it's just Dokkan. We'll get to that. Anyway, so, my game has the darkness thing going on, right? And at some point, there's this darkness fog that's eating the world, or something, I don't know. So, I had to figure out how to make another effect for that, because in the original, I had it based on interior maps. So, I actually had Sally write me some code. I don't know where it is, and that's a lot of stuff to look through, so we're not actually gonna do that. But, originally, I had him write me some code that basically said, if you're inside a map or on whatever tile sets, you do the fog thing, which would be totally easy in MV, by the way, if I was, you know, using tile sets, but I'm really not, because you can just, you know, get a variable for the tile set or something. I don't exactly remember what I'm talking about here, but I remember it being super easy. So, yeah, I had to figure out a new way of doing that, and I don't exactly remember what I came up with, but I think it's gonna crash in it. Ah, it crashed! I'll be right back. I was fixing a bug in the other game, so I had that open, so MV defaulted to it. Anyway, So, my game wanted to crash, because of course it does. MB hates me. My game anyway. So the darkness effect is pretty cool. I'll probably just throw a video up or something, because I don't exactly remember how to start it at this point. But, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it was a lot more annoying to do, but it ended up looking pretty cool, and it works fine, so that's good. Oh hey, yeah, we're at like 450, I think, now? Hold on. We're at 464 maps. It's still a bit of a far cry from the original, which is at like 620 almost. So, I mean, we're getting there. Wow, that was weird. Anyway, shouldn't have double-clicked that. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I finished the terrain area. It's all future-proofed for NPCs and stuff, so everything's pretty much done. Where I am now, I'm actually back here. So, everything's future-proofed. I can just do the plot and insert some enemies, and that's done, which is great. Oh, I do want to talk about this. So, you know how I have like 42 collectible gallery pictures? I know, I'm crazy, but I decided I wanted more. And by that I mean I was procrastinating on mapping, you know. It's what you do. It's what I do. So, if you may recall, there's a picture you can get in Terralul's. Well, you couldn't get it in the original, but it mentioned that it's there in Terralul's and Bars in Tadase's house. In this game, you can actually get that and bring it to him, and you get a little cutscene about what happens, or what happened in the past. I love it. It's wonderful. I love it. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that in a couple other areas too. There's one that has to deal with Echo's mom and Echo's mom's sister and their brother and Tara's dad. Yeah, I know, I just listed off a bunch of characters that were like not even at all mentioned in the first game, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I have the picture drawn already, but and I'm gonna see about doing other ones, because drawing's just my thing I do when I get bored or, you know, don't have the energy to deal with a lot of text or code. So that'll be fun. It's basically just you'll find the picture, you'll take them to the character, and you'll get a cutscene for it. And then the character, they'll put up the picture and you'll be able to see it in their area of living or whatever. I just think it'd be cool. It's nice. So back to chapters, since I'm just going all over the place to try and save my sanity? I don't know. The Dokkan chapter I just finished. I just started the next chapter today. It's a lot of ice. It's basically the Dokkan chapter is just a lot of ice. Yeah. Also, Dokkan has a huge emotional breakdown, because that's just the thing in this game. But, yeah, so the Dokkan chapter's done. I had to find, it's basically Dokkan's quest to learn Omni Slash, or whatever, if I rename it, I'm not sure. Basically, my biggest challenge for this chapter was finding a music effect that didn't absolutely suck. That was it. The rest of it was pretty straightforward. The ice puzzle was a pain in the butt, though. Yeah. Ice puzzle? These are, again, the XP maps, because I just needed to see where the rocks were, I think. So yeah, the ice puddles, the ice puddles, the ice puzzles, the same as the original. It's just, you walk on the ice, and except in this one you can do diagonal movement, so I don't know whether that's here nor there. Let me just walk over things. And then you fall down. I have to fix those because they aren't actually in the right place. And I grabbed Yonfly's slippery tile thing because it actually works way better than anything I could possibly invent. So that's what we got for that, Kari. You're just going all over the place, honey. There we go. Oh, crap. There we go. Hold on, we can do it. There we go. Okay, so that was basically the highlight of the Dokkan chapter. All of his graphics were made for his flashbacks and stuff, so that was super easy. Oh, so something I didn't have done already for these upcoming chapters, because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like still totally ways away from doing, oh, I want to talk about this too. But the graphics for, and I might as well show you, they're kind of just side characters, sort of. So we have Ryuin, who I mentioned earlier. He's a dude, he's there. That's what I got. This is him in a helmet. That's what I got. He's like the boringest character. And that's kind of how I intended him to be. It just, I don't know. I don't know what I had in mind with him. I really don't remember. So I'm not really doing much with him. He's just kind of like a weirdo. Like, okay, well, all my characters are weirdos. That's well established within the universe. But as far as Ryuin goes, he's just like the odd man out. He's just like so boring and normal. I don't get him. There's also Vargas, who's an old guy. Okay. So Vargas, I have very few characters that meet the criteria of old man in my game that have graphics. I have one and he looks like he's 17, and then I have Vargas. I didn't want to make Vargas look, 20, cause that's, I don't know, one of my old guys need to look like an old guy, right? Right? I don't know. So this is what we ended up going with. He's kind of just like, he looks like a ninja to me. He's a sword master, but he just looks like a ninja. Let's just scroll down a bit, and I don't know. Here, we've got like the sensei eyes. I don't know. But he's the closest thing I could get to an old guy, because, I don't know, just... My easy space is cute anime girls and feminine looking anime boys. That is my jam. Yeah, so that's Vargas. Oh, and Kato. Kaito? I don't know. The cat dude. The other cat dude who's not Whip. Yeah. Him. Hakizumi, I don't have your defaults right in here. I guess that's fine. Anyway, so this is the cat dude. He's there. I don't really have much to say about him. He's basically everything Whip is not, I guess. I don't know. Trying to say things without spoiling the game is hard. So one other thing I wanted to add, cause, okay, so, my game's had an issue since like the start, where graphics like flickering, okay? So, this tends to happen when I change graphics, which is fine, Envy just does that, and that can be solved by preloading the graphics, easy peasy. So, sometimes what happens is you're changing a graphic, okay? Say this one, and then you need to do, say, an emote graphic. So let's say this one, and we need this line, okay? Let's say the right line. So what ends up happening, let's put a wait command in there, just, for good measure, is it'll do this one, and then if the turn is, before it or after it, it'll either turn the graphic before or after. So we'll turn to this one, and then change to this graphic, or vice versa. And that just flashes, and it looks terrible if the sprites aren't exactly lined up, and blah. So I actually had to tell you to write me a little plugin that I don't actually know if it says anything on here. Yeah. Long name because we couldn't figure out what to name it. The bane of my existence. The bane of Sally's existence. I just name things whatever and expect them to work. But, so the plugin now does where if you change a graphic and there's a turn command anywhere, beside it, above or after it, because I already have like half the game programmed in already, it will take that into account and just adjust the graphic as needed, which is wonderful and saving my life on flickering crap, which is just the best. Now I know there are plugins, I don't remember what they're called, or what it was called, but there is a plugin that lets you directly call. We could have just done this MV, just saying. I hope MZ fixes that, because I hate that. so much. Anyway, so there is a plugin that lets you just directly call like this line and this row kind of thing, or this column and this row. But I don't have the brain power to do that. I don't. So, the turn thing really helps. I am so appreciative of that. So, I guess the last thing I have to talk about in my little speed run of talking here, let's just put you on that, so you don't automatically start. So, MV only lets you use 3-frame auto tiles, and I hate that, okay? Oh yeah, new loading screen, I forget if I mentioned that or not. And these are, whoa, hi. These are supposed to be little glowing things. I'll show a video of the original to show you what it's supposed to look like. And when I tried it, it just looked awful with 3 frames, and I couldn't get it to really work good, and I was just miserable, so we used doodads instead. Got this nice, super big, where is it? Yeah, it's called Oh My because it's bloody huge. Just got the lights, like super, super huge graphic that's animated, and it just worked a lot better. I might go back and fix them. It was easy enough to make up. But I think it turned out pretty okay, all things considered. You guys aren't supposed to be here, actually. Oh, so in the original game, there was a cave thing here. It's like the cave of character development. That's not gonna be in this one because I never actually ended up finishing it in the original. So yeah, that's just not gonna be in here. I did a thing. Hold on. Where am I? Is it fixed? It's not fixed. What am I doing? What did I do wrong? I think I deleted it. Maybe. I don't know. I think I did. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to fix that. I think it's because I'm running on an angle here. Anyway. So yeah. That I am super happy about, because my goodness, not being able to do that was just driving me insane. Like everything. I think that's about all I really wanted to talk about. I don't know how long this video is, but I assume they'll probably be back soon. So, I guess that's it. Let me see, what do I have next? Retaliate. This is also a fairly long chapter. It's split up with 2 parties. It has a lot going on. It does. I don't know if it's quite as long as Heroes and Cowards, but it's gonna be a long one. Yeah. Oh, and you get to name this airship. You could in EM1, but you couldn't in AE, because I couldn't have a way to display the name, but now it's super easy to display the airship name. I don't have it set up, but that will be a thing that we will do at some point. So yeah, this goes through a couple of different places. This one's gonna take a while, I bet. Most of this is mapped, this is mapped, this is mapped, this needs to be mapped, but it's only like 4 or 5 maps, I think, so that shouldn't be too hard. Most of that's just gonna be dialogue then, and there's also the airship, which needs to be modified for this area. This one's very cutscene heavy. I'm not looking forward to this at all. I love doing cutscenes, but there's a lot of sequential cutscenes in this game, and I know it's like annoying to do. It's not as bad when you're playing it. It's still lengthy at points, which I don't like, but there's a lot of when you're programming like 10 different cutscenes in a row sequentially, they're like short in the game, you know, they just go by and you're done, but it's just tedious. Like when you're switching from map to map to map, do like a sequence of cutscenes. This one has a lot of that, and it's gonna be a pain. This one is basically, wow, I feel like I'm shouting. This one's basically just item fetch quest chapter. We sort of gotta get Zephyr out of jail. That's basically, I'm back to doing the basicallys. That's basically the entirety of this chapter, I think. And then this one's a bit more fun. It's got some going on. This one has a lot of mapping. This one, I guess there's this that has mapping, but that's it. Can you stop, please? Thanks. Yeah, and then there's the Water Ruins and Angel Tears, I think, is the only thing that I have to do on that one. And then Darkness of Light, the final chapter. We're almost there, guys. Finally. It has a lot going on. Yeah. got a lot of mapping in that one, got a lot of cutscenes, got the ending. Just lots going on. That one's gonna take a while. Can you stop? Every time I highlight it, it wants to jump. And then the epilogue quests. They shouldn't take too much work, all things considered. Most of it's already in there. They don't really have too many new maps. This one has some new maps. This one, I think the new maps are already in there. Might need two new maps. This one. Okay, so they have a couple new maps, but it's no more than like 2 or 3 per area. And then we will be at the point where I can start putting in the monsters. I would not recommend doing that in a game. If I wasn't under these very specific circumstances, I would not recommend waiting to do all of your statting and leveling until the very end. I would not recommend that in the slightest. That's just what we're doing because that's what I have to do right now. I just don't have the mental capacity to start and stop while doing statting. I'll probably just end up going through all the monsters, giving them initial stats based on the original, which is what I was doing up until this point, and then leveling it out a bit more as I go through the game. My current save file's at, let me check. My current test play file is at 24 hours and a half, basically. So that's good. 24 hours in. Now, keep in mind, this is a lot of walking through walls and a lot of skipping cutscenes because I've already played them 40 times. We've got 1,000 saved, that's great. But yeah, so it's a baseline to go off of for how long we're at so far. The original game, I believe, takes 40 to 60 hours depending on your playstyle. I can run it through in, like, under 40, but, I think my brother's first playthrough on the original was about 60 hours. So that's probably where this will end up being. This might actually be longer just because of all the extra loading time? No. Well, yeah, but, because of anything. Just the cutscenes. I'm holding off on doing voicing until I have time to do that. I don't know when that will be, but I still want to have it in, but it might end up being just a DLC add-on in the future. Probably free, I don't know. Just depends what I end up doing. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run out of time soon. So I hope that was somewhat informative. I forget if I mentioned this or not. My brain is not functioning properly. Hi, map repeating. If you want to know about anything else I've been working on, I go a bit into more detail on some of the stuff I've been doing. I have some screenshots on my website, echodevgames.com, I think. Yeah. My brain, it's dead. Anyway, so yeah, I forget what I was immediately just talking about there. Go me. Okay, so yeah, if you want to know about anything I've been working on, or my life, or, you know, how things are, my website has some posts about that. I will be doing something on MZ. I don't know when. I think the release date just got announced. I think it's August 20th, I think. That's someone's birthday, isn't it? Anyway, someone I know has a birthday in August. Everyone I know has a birthday in August. I'm like the only person I know who doesn't have a birthday in August. Anyway, that's not relevant to any of this, and I'm just talking at this point because I'm not used to being able to be loud. So yeah, anyway, I'll do videos on that at some point. I definitely want to do a first look thing, but I need to find someone who can take my tiny human project for a little bit so I can actually get that done. I am not going to make devlogs a regular thing at this point, just because, I mean, this is a lucky circumstance I get to actually record. But we'll see. At some point, they'll get back on. I will be updating my website with anything interesting that I do. It's just not going to be frequent because I can only get so much done in a day now. Yeah, so, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else I wanted to talk about. That pretty much covers everything. Thank you for watching. I know this has pretty much just been me rambling, more than normal even. That's saying something. I haven't talked as much in a while. My voice is going all hoarse on me. Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't remember how I end these. Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later, gamers. There we go. That sounds about right. It's good to be back. Okay, love you guys. Bye.